Welcome students. Today we are here to study the subject digital image processing. This is one of the elective paper in the final year of 7th semester having the code EC703A. I am Kaushik Pal, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. So today our topic is color image processing. From this term color image processing, it is very much clear to us that we want to do some processing on color images. This is our second class on color image processing. In the previous class we have an idea about digital images and color images. That means what type of color images we can use for image processing. We have also studied different color models and their applications with some examples. Today we will move forward with other examples and other color image processing. So before start with different type of processing, we have to know what is color image processing. So for that, if we want to know that color image processing with their types, there are two types of color image processing. One is the pseudo color image processing and another is the full color image processing. For the full color image processing, the process is to manipulate the real color images such as the color photographs. If we consider the pseudo color image processing, it is assigning colors to gray values based on a specific criterion. Grayscale images to be processed may be a single image or multiple image such as multispectral images. So this is all about the corresponding pseudo color image processing. If we move forward to the next slide, we can see the pseudo color image processing. Here the pseudo color means the false color. So if we want to do some manipulations using pseudo color image processing, that means it is false color image processing. Here in some case there is no color concept for a grayscale image, but we can assign false color to corresponding image. Why we need to assign color to grayscale image? Human can distinguish different colors better than different shades of gray. Here we are seeing two types of image. One is the corresponding grayscale image and another is a color image. So here all the gray shades are not very clear to us, so we can see here the intensity slicing or density slicing has been given here. We have given the formula gxy equals to c1 if fxy less than equals to t, and it will be c2 if fxy is greater than t. So here c1 is the color number 1 and c2 is the color number 2. So here we can see a grayscale image viewed as a 3D surface where a slicing plane has been given, which is just slicing out the corresponding values. So the intensity of the color C1 and C2 has also been described here. So this is the intensity slicing or density slicing, which is very important in case of digital color image processing. So if we move forward, the example of intensity color slicing, we can see that here an X-ray image of a wild with cracks has been given. So the corresponding grayscale images is converted to its equivalent color image by assigning a yellow color to the pixels with values 255 and a blue color to all other pixels. So this is nothing but the transformation of the grayscale image to its equivalent color image. All the corresponding cracks are represented by yellow and other portions are represented by blue. So from the grayscale image, the color image is much more clear and it is easy to understand. So this is one of the example for intensity slicing. So this is the multi-level intensity slicing. Previously we have considered two levels, but if we consider the multi-level, the formula will be Gxy equals to Ck for L k minus 1, which is the maximum value, and the corresponding value should be Lk. So fxy lies between Lk minus 1 to Lk. The corresponding intensity versus color value has been shown here for the multi-level intensity slicing. If we move forward to the next slide with the example of multi-level intensity slicing, we can see that we have used the corresponding formula where Ck is the color of number k and Lk is the threshold level of k. Here an X-ray image of the corresponding peaker thyroid phantom has been shown here. After density slicing into 8 colors, it has been much more clear to us. So from these two images we can see that multi-level intensity slicing has enhanced the quality of the image for easy understanding process. All these images has been taken from Gonzalez and Wood's Digital Image Processing 2nd edition book published by Pearson Education. Now this is the color coding example. Here we can see some color images and a grayscale images. Here a satellite image of a grayscale has been taken where the unique color is assigned to each intensity value. Grayscale image is average monthly rainfall has been described here, but it is not clear to us as it is mentioned in grayscale values. So as we can not differentiate different type of grayscale value, but if we use a color map in the next image, so color coded image from that grayscale image give us a clear idea about the corresponding average monthly rainfall. So here we can see we have taken an example of South Africa region whose different type of rainfall average monthly report has been given. So from this also we can see that after color coding of the corresponding grayscale value or grayscale images, the color images is much more clear and easy to recognize. So this is one advantage of color image processing. Now this is gray level to color transformation. If we transform some color from gray level to its equivalent color, so we can see assigning color to gray levels based on specific mapping functions. So where gray input has been given as fxy, which is a grayscale image. Now if we pass through the red transformations, we will have frxy, which is nothing but the red component of the corresponding grayscale image. If we pass through these green transformations, the output will be fgxy, which is green component of the grayscale image. And if we pass this through blue transformations, the output will be fbxy, which is nothing but the blue component of the grayscale image. So this is nothing but the gray level to color transformations. So here we are giving the grayscale image as the input, and at the output we are getting red component, green component, blue component of that particular grayscale image. So if we took an example of this gray level to color transformations, so we can see here some X-ray image of a garment bag has been taken. So in the first bag we can see an X-ray image of the garment bag has been taken, and in the next image an X-ray image of a garment bag with a corresponding simulated explosive device has been given there. So from this we can see from the grayscale image it is not very clear to us, but if we map the corresponding grayscale image into its equivalent color coded images, it is very clear to understand and we can easily distinguish the explosive devices from the corresponding garment bag. So the same grayscale image has been color coded and that is much more clear to us. So this is one of the example of grayscale to color transformation. So this is another examples where we also taken the X-ray image of a bag without the corresponding explosive device and with the corresponding explosive device, and we also color map the images. In this case we can see that the explosive device outline can be visible only, not the entire explosive devices can be seen than the previous one. The next topic is pseudo color coding. So this is used in the case where there are many monochrome images such as these multispectral satellite images. So here we can do different type of transformations like transformation T1, transformation T2 up to transformation Tk, and the corresponding input will be F1 XY, F2 XY, Fk XY like that, and we will have the output like G1 XY, G2 XY dot dot dot, dot Gk XY. These all will be given into some additional processing blocks by which we can easily have the red component of the corresponding image, the blue component and the green component, which is represented by HRXY, HGXY and HBXY. So this is the pseudo color coding. If we move forward to the corresponding pseudo color coding example, we can see here some grayscale image along with some color mapped image, which is the composite images. So here we can mark 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is the red component, 2 is the green component and 3 is the blue component. We can see here the first image is visible blue, whose lambda is equals to 0.45 to 0.52 micrometer and maximum water presentations is given here. For the second image, visible green, lambda is equals to 0.52 to 0.60 micrometer is given here, which is the measuring plan. The third image, visible red has been given here, which is the value is 0.63 to 0.69 micrometer, which is the corresponding value has been also shown. For the fourth image, we can see the near infrared lambda 0.76 to 0.92 micrometer, biomass and the corresponding mapping has been done. So in the right side image we can see the corresponding color composite images of all these 4 corresponding grayscale images, and we can see it is much more clear. And this is satellite images of Washington DC area, which has been used to elaborate the example for pseudo color image coding. Now this is another example of pseudo color coding examples. So where we can see the pseudo color radiation, we can see the corresponding Jupiter, moon. We have taken an example where yellow areas are older surface corresponding with sulfur, that means the yellow areas are older sulfur deposits and the red areas are material ejected from active volcanoes. So from this image, if we just zoom in, we can see a close-up images from where it is clear which portions is with sulfur and which portion is are with active volcano materials. So by these pseudo color coding examples, the two different area is easily distinguishable. If we move forward to the next slide, so basics of full color image processing is there. So here two methods are there. One is pre-color component processing, which process each component separately, and the next one or second one is vector processing, treat each pixel as a vector to be processed. So here examples of pre-color process component processing has been given here. Smoothing an image by smoothing each RGB component separately has been shown in the diagram, whose special we have used some special mask in case of grayscale images, and for the RGB images we have to use these three plate, one for R, another for G and another for B. So three different type of mask we have to use in case of RGB color image. So this is one example of full color image, and various color space component has been given here. So first we can see a color image, and we can also three rows. The first row represents the CMYK components, the third row represents the RGB components, and the last one represents the HSI components. So here three types of color models has been used here to find out the different type of components. So the first row represents the equivalent CMYK of the color image model. So the first one represents the cane, the second image in the second row represents the magenta, the third one represents the yellow, and the last one represents the black. If we consider the third row, the first image represents the red component, the second one or the middle one represents the green component, and the last one represents the blue component. So this is nothing but the RGB component. If we consider the HSI component, the first one is the corresponding hue, the middle one represents the saturation, and the last one represents the intensity value. So this is a very good examples of the equivalent CMYK, RGB and HSI components of the corresponding color images. So if we move forward to the next slide, this is color transformation. So color transformation used to transform color to color. The formula has been given here. Gxy equals to Tf of xy. Fxy equals to the input color image and Gxy equals to the output color image. T equals to operations on F over a spatial neighborhood of xy. When only data at one pixel is used in the transformation, we can express the transformation as Si equals to Ti R1 R2 K Rn, where I lies between 1, 2, 3 up to n. So for 8GB RGB images, n should be equals to 3. And here Ri equals to color component of Fxy and Si equals to color component of Gxy. So the formulations of the color transformations has been given here, by which we can do different type of color transformation. Now if we see the corresponding examples of a color transformations, we can see the corresponding examples where the formulations of RGB two corresponding values has been given here. Here the constant K has been taken as 0.7. So SRXY should be equals to KRXY, SGXY equals to KRGXY, and SBXY should be KRBXY. Formula of HSI equals to SIXY is equals to KR1XY. Formula for CMY model is SCXY is equals to KRCXY plus 1 minus K, SMXY equals to KRMXY plus 1 minus K, and SYXY equals to KRYXY plus 1 minus K. These three transformation give the same results. So this is another examples for color transformations has been described here. Here we can see the color complements. The color complements replace each color with its opposite color in the color circle of the hue components. This operation is analogous to image negative in a grayscale image. So for a grayscale image, if we just have the negative of that particular value, this is just the opposite of the gray value. So here also the same operations can be done using this color circle. So this color circle represents the corresponding color along with this complement color. So it is very easy to understand from this color circle. If we move forward to the next slide, this is the color component of transformation example has been given. So the first one has been given as the color image. So this is the first image is the color complement transformations has been shown here. The first image is the original image, the second image is the complement transformation functions, the third one is the complement of based on the RGB mapping functions, and the corresponding fourth image is an approximation of the RGB component using HSI transformations has been given here. So this is the color component transformation example has been described here. Now the color slicing transformations we can see, we can perform slicing in color space. If the color of each pixel is far from a desired color more than threshold distance, we set that color to some specific color such as gray, otherwise we keep the original color unchanged. So here we can see the corresponding formulations. So the formulations has been given, the value may be either 0.5 or Ri. So for the first case we should set to gray value, and for the second case we keep the original color. So here both the examples has been given and the formula has been given by which we can decide either the value will set to be gray or keep the original color. So this is the color slicing transformation. So the example for color slicing transformation has been given here. The first one is the original image, and the corresponding the value is the first one is red with an RGB cube of W is equals to 0.0529 centroid, and the second image is the reds within an RGB sphere of radius 0.1765 had been given. So pixel outside the Q sphere were replaced by the color 0.5, 0.5, 0.5 is like a gray value. So it is very easy to understand the color slicing transformations by which the red color are sliced from the original color image. Now this is tonal corrections examples has been given here. In this example, only brightness and contrast are adjusted while keeping color unchanged. So we should keep in mind the color should not be changed, but the corresponding brightness or contrast has been changed here to enhance the quality of the image. This can be done by using the same transformation for all RGB components. The first one is the contrast enhancement, the second one and the third one is the power law transformations. So the first curve represents the contrast enhancement and the next two curve represents the power law transformation. Here we can see an example of color balancing correction examples. So color imbalance means what? Primary color components in white area are not balanced. We can measure these components by using a color spectrometer. Color balancing can be performed by adjusting color components separately as seen in the corresponding examples. So here we can see some examples has been given by which we can easily balance the corresponding color. So this is known as color balancing correction examples. Next is histogram equalization of a full color image. Histogram equalization of a color image can be performed by adjusting color intensity uniformly while leaving color unchanged. The HSI model is suitable for histogram equalization where only intensity I component is equalized. The corresponding formula has been given here, where R and S are intensity components of input and output color image. So if we take an example, so this is the histogram equalization of a full color example has been given. The histogram equalization followed by saturation adjustment in the HSI color model has been given here. The first image is the original image, the second image is the after histogram equalization, and the last image is after the corresponding increasing saturation component. So the last image is much more clear and it looks much glossy than the first one. So this is one example for histogram equalization of a full color image. We can also smooth the color image, which is known as the color image smoothing. So here we can use two methods. The first method is per color plane method and the next one is smooth only intensity component. So for per color plane method for RGB CMY color models, smooth each color plane using moving, averaging and the combined back to RGB, and the corresponding formulation has been given here. For the second one, smooth only intensity component of a HSI image while leaving H and S unmodified, but the intensity can be changed. So these two methods are not equivalent. You have to keep in mind, and also the formulations of these methods has been given here. So here the color image smoothing examples has been given. So the corresponding color image has been given here. Now from there we can easily separate out the red component, the green component and the blue component by using the color image smoothing operations. Now if we consider the HSI components, so here we can see the color image smoothing examples. The first image is represents the original images, and the other three images represents the hue, the saturation and intensity of HSI components of the equivalent color images. Now the first image is the smooth all RGB components, and the second image is smooth only one component of HSI, which is much more faster, has been described here. So here we can see the third example, whose difference between smooth results from the two methods in the previous slide has been given here. So for the corresponding RGB and HSI model, if we just have a difference, the output image will looks like this. If we move forward to the corresponding next slide, so here we can easily see that the color images here is the corresponding examples for the color image sharpening. We can do in the same manner as color image smoothing. So first one is the per color plane method and RGB CMYK images, and next one is the sharpening only one component of the HSI model. So the first example is the sharpening of all RGB components, and the next one is sharpening only one components of HSI has been given here. So we should move forward to the color image sharpening examples. If we take the difference between sharpened results from two methods in the previous slide, the output results will be like this. Now this is another examples of color segmentation methods. So two methods are there. So first one is segmented in HSI color space, a thresholding function based on color information in H and S components. We really use one I component for color image segmentation. For the next one, segmentation in RGB vector space, a thresholding function based on distance in a color vector space has been given here. So the color segmentation in HSI color space has been given here. The first image has been shown here, and corresponding its hue, saturations and intensity has been represented in 2, 3 and 4th images of the corresponding one color image. Now the color segmentation in HSI color space is the first one is the color image, and the last one is segmented results of the red pixels. So if we just segmented out the red pixels, it will looks like the image in the right side. So the color segmentation in RGB vector space has been given here. Each point with RGB coordinate in the vector space represents one color. Segmentation is based on distance thresholding in a vector space. The formulations has been given here. The GXY, either it may be 1 or it may be 0. When it 1, if D is the corresponding CXY CT value is less than T, and it would be 0 if D CXY CT value is greater than T. So here the corresponding DUV is the distance function, CT is the color to be segmented, and CXY is the corresponding RGB vector at pixel XY. So this is the example of segmentation in RGB vector space has been given here. CT is the average color of pixels in the box, which is reddish, and if the results of the segmentation of RGB vector space with threshold value T equals to 1.25 times the SD of RGB values in the box has been shown here. Now this is the gradient of a color image has been described here. So for the Here, since gradient is defined only for a scalar image, this is no concept of gradient for a color image. We cannot compute gradient of each color component and combine the results to get the gradient of a color image. So here all the edges we can see where some transformations from lighter to darker or darker to lighter has been given here. So this is nothing but the corresponding. Now we can see this very clearly. Here we can have the gradient of a color image. The formulations has been given. Gxy and gxs, gyy has been given here. The corresponding function phi has also been given here. So one way to compute the maximum rate of change of color image, which is close to meaning of gradient, is to use the following formula: gradient computed in RGB color space. The formulation has been given here. Now if we see the gradient of the color image example, we can see the original image and corresponding image obtained using the formulations in the previous slide. So the second images is the image obtained using the formulation in the previous slide. The third one is the sum of gradient of each color component, and the fourth one is the difference between 2 and 3 has been given here. So this is the examples for gradient of a color image. So this is another examples gradient of a color image whose three components or each component has been shown here. First one is the red component, the middle one is the green component, and the last one is the blue component, which has been shown here. Now if we see the noise in color images, we can see that noise can corrupt each color component independently. So the first examples of the red, green and blue components image corrupted by additive Gaussian noise of mean 0 and variance 800. So the fourth one is the resulting of the RGB image, which is noise is less noticeable in the color image. So if we consider the each red, green and blue component, the noise is much more clear, but when combine them the noise is less noticeable in a color image. So for the next examples, here also we can see for HSI model. So here also we can see for HSI model. So here also we can see the hue, saturations and intensity of the noisy color image. So the noise is clearly visible here. So HSI components of the noisy color images for hue, saturation and intensity is clearly visible here. Now if we move forward to the corresponding color image, so the RGB with the green plane corrupted by the salt and pepper noise has been shown here, and their corresponding hue, saturation and intensity has also been shown here. So this is one color image with its salt and pepper noise, and its equivalent HSI component has been shown here. Now this is color image compression for the JPEG file. The first one is the original image, and the next one is after lossy compression with the ratio 230:1 JPEG file. So it's not clearly visible to us. So we can see that color image processing is much more enhanced process, and it is not visually too much difference. So this is all about the color image processing. Thank you. Hope you have understood. If you have any queries, you can ask me in my mobile number and the email address which has been given here. Thank you very much.